Hey everyone, it has been a bit since I've been on here, and it's basically been hit or miss with my medical stuff, and it's been rough. It really has. Uh, it's 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 been wild. Going through pretty much everything. It's been tough. I mean, I get. I'm on a regimen just to straighten stuff out. I will be eventually going in for surgery to fuse my neck, and another surgery to fuse my hip, and I'm going in for multiple injections to relieve pain that can't be helped with normal medication, over-the-counter stuff. But I wanted to touch on a subject, and it has to do with Ed and Lorraine Warren and the Conjuring. This movie. This is a made-for-TV movie. It was on Encore Mystery. It is currently on YouTube. Now, the new modern TV and movies, they embellish a lot. They try to change how everything is, and the Conjuring films are great films, but they deviate so widely from the true story. You see paranormal investigators going out to locations, and they go crazy, and they talk about the films, the Conjuring films, and they make quotes about the movies, and they talk about this, that, and another thing, and it's like that happened in the movie, the Hollywood movie. This is the same thing as The Conjuring Last Rites. I watched it, and then I kind of went back through it and stuff, but it's interesting to say the least. It's interesting to say the least, because this film is nothing really. It's so loosely based on the true story that it's not even the same color pants, let alone the same size. This was a made-for-TV episode, and it aired in 1991, just a few years after the events unfolded. Ed and Lorraine actually had a hand in this, and they worked off of her first-hand accounts of the incident. They spoke with the children, they spoke with the family, they spoke with the news, the actual news that showed up to film the incidents. They spoke with actual people that were there, people that witnessed it. Now, in The Last Rites, the grandfather brings in a mirror, and that's how it all. And all of a sudden, lights are smashing down, and it's like you're adding crap to the story They moved into this house. It was a haunted home. There was something already dark there because of something that happened on the property like years before, like many years before. And there was a demonic entity somewhere in the house that attached itself to the wife, the mother. Now, it was a duplex. It's 2 units. The family was in one, the parents were in another, and if you are willing to step out of the fancy pants, movies and watch this is a more accurate portrayal of what happened, and it is a darker thing because when you think the Conjuring films and Annabelle, it's like, oh, it's a jump scare horror. It is a horror movie where people decided we're going to add a bunch of fluff to a story and try to scare people. This film was made to get the story out there. This was like unsolved mysteries, type stories, and they were mysteries. They didn't need to put a bunch of fluff in it because they were just going off of firsthand accounts and then going, okay, this is what they described to us, so let's put this in there. The black mass that floated through the room, making a low drumming whoa, 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 as it traveled through the house and then went through a wall into the other part of the house, and she ran out and she ran into her mother's room, and her mother's sitting there, nearly in tears, and she goes, I thought I was crazy, but this thing came through. The woman's in the basement doing laundry and hearing her mother call her name from upstairs, and then she starts upstairs, and then all of a sudden the mother's name is calling her, the mother's voice is calling her from downstairs, and she just turns and looks, and it's just darkness. That's terrifying. Oh, here's this fancy pants movie with millions and millions of dollars budget. Let's throw in all these things of demons and monsters and things are coming through the walls, and it's like the real stories are what is terrifying. The embellished Hollywood junk is not terrifying. It's not terrifying. It's spooky, but it's the Total Recall of the science world. It's not real. It's all fantasy. It's junk. This is the real deal. This is the real story. If you've got time, if you have 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 9 seconds, this is the movie you should be watching. All day, every day. This is the one. So, I'm going to go ahead and leave this in. I'm going to leave a link to this in my description because this is a damn good movie, and we need to go back to making movies like this because movies with an actual true story behind it and going off of that story and not embellishing beyond embellishment, that's where true horror comes from. The possibility of the truth. So, see you guys on the next one. Hopefully I can get better with all my medical treatments, and I'll start to do more videos on here again. But I'll see you guys later.